Welcome back. Karibuni sana. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Karibuni sana. Welcome back to Tsalwas YouTube channel. Here we are about vulnerability, acceptance and hope. Santeni sana. Thank you so much. Naona mulivuka mwaka. Thank you so much for still being part of Tsalwas this new year. This new year, we are glad and grateful that you choose to be part of us even in 2022. We do not know what this year has, but we are not afraid because we know who holds this year. That is God. That is our Savior and Redeemer, Jesus Christ. Anywho, if you're new here, please take some time and subscribe. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Asante sana. And remember to hit the notification bell so that anytime we get to upload any new content, you are part of the premier gang. Asante sana. Karibuni. If you've been with us since last year, karibu sana. Welcome back. Now we continue. By the way, what did you think about our cleaning video? Yeah, we did a cleaning video. What did you think? How can we do better? Please take note that we are using our phone. We use our phone to record. So we use it is a phone. We are using our phone to record, so some things might not be clear. So take note of that. So, but today, this new year, we want to talk about marriage. When you see the two of us, you know you're talking about Ndoa. We call it Ndoa with the Tsalwas. Ndoa with the Tsalwas. Ndoa with the Tsalwas. So we want to talk about marriage. The last time we said that communication, we were working on our communication. You saw that video. And we answered some questions. However, let's talk about challenges of a cross-cultural marriage.
Cross-cultural.
Challenges. We are cross-cultural. Ama it's intercultural.
Yeah, either we. it's just, yes, cross-cultural means across the cultures, or intercultural, different cultures coming together. The same.
Intertribal.
Tribal phantom.
Because we do not come from the same community, we come from different communities.
East and West.
Yeah,
East, West.
Yes, we come from different communities, so we want to talk about the challenges. Manze ni kubwa. These ones can make someone consider going back to their parents' house. The challenges, because they are big, huge. But yes.
But I think they are huge for the lady. the man, you ngangana to and move on.
Anyway, so challenges of a cross-cultural marriage. But before then, probably our viewers, our followers, or people watching this video do not know where we come from. So please introduce your culture, where you come from. That west is where. Until unaweza kwa Western world, in school we knew that it was abroad.
Yeah.
So in Kenya, when you say west, what do you mean?
We come from the west, across the sea of East Africa. I come from Kakamega, the Kakamega East is it now sub-county? Yes, something like that. I am Luya, particularly Isuha, and it has to be ha, not ha. I come from Isuha, Kakamega County, Kakamega East sub county.
Isuha.
Yes, you made it.
Isuha.
Yes, and it's a different culture altogether.
What is your favorite food?
Definitely it has to be ugali and kuku with some mboga ya kienyeji cooked Luya way. Pana
where
chemusha
did- so
kunde.
where did you grow up?
Well, I am born and bred the first 18 years. No, maybe more than 18. In Kakamega, I am a village boy. And I only interacted with one culture, not many. The others nilikuwa naonea tu from a distance, but all the people around me as I grew up were my tribesmen. So I am deep within the culture, bred deep within the culture. So I'm Luya. Even the blood is Luya.
Well, and as for me, I come from Eastern. I don't know whether I should say Northeastern or Eastern Northeastern, but something like that. My mom is Kamba from Kitui, and my dad is Borana from Isiolo. We have home in Isiolo and Garissa. So that is, Isiolo and Garissa is Northeastern. So I come from a cross-cultural family, Eastern, Northeastern. My first 5 or 6 years, sijui, I don't know, but my first early childhood, I was in Kitui. And I think most of the culture that I carry is the Akamba culture from Kitui, because I was with my grandfather. But now from there onwards, I was in Kibera. So
which
I
is
was
also
in
a
Nairobi.
culture. Ghetto culture.
I was in Nairobi, Kibera. I went to school in Kibera, high school in Kibera, primary in Kibera, apart from class 7 and 8. And other transitions here and there when I was a child. I think I went to more than 10 schools before I finished class 8. So in Kibera, I learned a lot of cultures.
10 schools, and I have been only to 2 schools. Where I started nursery
Yeah.
is where I finished class 8.
So I interacted with several cultures in Kibera, but my parents, of course, my dad being Borana, my mom being Kamba, what dominated more was the Kamba culture, because I never saw my dad go to the kitchen to cook. So was my mom cooking all through. And then my family is Muslim, so I don't know whether Islam is also a culture. So most of the foods that we ate were inclined to that.
Not really food.
Foods and way of living. Could I say we lived my home, we lived Kamba, Borana, Islam, and Christianity, and other cultures including the Luyas. But one of the things anyway. So my stereotype of the Luyas was growing up in the slum in Kibera. I would see, this is what I thought. I knew that Luyas eat people.
Jesus.
I knew that Luyas eat people.
Our cousins from Uganda used to. I don't know if it is a myth or it's true. The Kisu from is it the western side of Mount Elgon, which is in Uganda. They are not Luya.
Me, that is what I knew.
Well, all right.
So, and what I saw is Luyas would pass. Well, Luyas would you would see, if you see somebody smeared with ash or mud all over the body and they are dancing, they take them round or something. Me, I used to think they are going to eat in my tea. I didn't know it was it was a traditional way of, it was a ritual, it was a rite of passage for an adult man if you are found not have gone through that ritual. So that's how I grew up. And we are here, both of us, now we are married, husband and wife. So what are the challenges? We say matatu, mimi ni say matatu, you say one, I say one, like that.
You start.
I start. Challenge number 1.
Got it.
It's not food. Let me say food. Food is challenge number one. Me, I can eat. Well, I don't have a favorite food, but I can eat rice, breakfast, rice, supper, rice. I can eat rice anytime. Anytime I can eat rice. But eating ugali every supper or every day there's an ugali has been a challenge because I've not yet overcome it. Has been a challenge eating ugali. Like ugali has to be there on the menu like every other time. So, but one of my challenge with food is this thing they call murenda.
That's a delicacy.
Yeah. How do you eat the fact that one piece is in the plate, the other one is in the mouth and stretches. I'm looking for English words to use. Inaka, you know how murenda looks like. If
Some
you
people
don't know
what that is.
oh, murenda is Samuluya vegetable. Let me say call it Samuluya vegetable. The only kienyeji me I knew was kunde. So this saga, murenda, blah, you mix all those things together, nikali, and then cooking with milk.
By the way,
how do you cook fresh milk with mboga? Surely.
By the way you people cook kunde, you can't even qualify it as kienyeji. You cook it like sukuma wiki.
No, we don't.
I have been suffering. Kunde is boiled.
No, we don't cook it like skuma wiki, my friend. No, we don't cook it like skuma wiki.
What makes...
We boil it.
Yes. It's not supposed to be boiled.
It's supposed to be.
You steam it with mushareha, eh? That thing that ensures that the kunde maintains the green color.
Maka.
Sio maka. In English, wachana na magadi. Magadi it will weaken your joints. Don't eat magadi. Hiyo wachana na watu wa industrial something. Mushareha is the real thing. It's let me teach you some culture. Mushareha is sodium hydro. It's a traditional sodium hydrocarbonate or something like that. It's just used to soften the mboga kunde and the many other mbogas that we have, as well as maintain the green color, and it gives the mboga, the veggies, a nice flavor, very nice one. And that was
so challenge number one, food. Challenge number two that I've encountered in this cross-cultural marriage is language. Language barrier, especially when we go to the village. Where so I don't know Luya. And when you go to the village, everybody speaks English. Now that is another challenge. They expect, or he expects, people expect that I learn. The wife should learn. Do you think that it's the wife who should learn their husband's language?
Yes.
Is it a requirement?
It should
that
be.
You learn?
Wacha
tusikie maoni ya Wakenya.
Is
the Luya who is me? I don't stay there.
No, but you go there and then you struggle. You struggle, you need an interpreter, and an interpreter can lie to you. People can be saying things that you... Anyway.
So language. When you are in a cross-cultural marriage, you will struggle with their food, their language. They will talk things that you do not know, and you have to have faith that they are not planning to slaughter you. So language. 3, cultural practices.
Kama?
For example, the first time I met my father-in-law, he greeted me. No, he greeted me.
He didn't know you.
The first time I went home for introduction, he greeted me.
He did not know who you are.
The second time.
Heshima idumu.
So I come to this culture, this home, this is my father-in-law, and I'm wondering what's wrong with this Mzee. You didn't tell me that I am supposed to be clapping. So he didn't tell me. Me, I'm greeting this guy and he's like this. So I'm wondering what's wrong? What have I done? Why are you clapping? Greet me, Bwana. Where I come from, not greeting is disrespect. How do you just see people and you start clapping?
Yeah.
But anyway, cultural practice, that is one. Another cultural practice is you are not allowed to, apart from not greeting. You can't greet your father-in-law, and then
you can't sit on a seat that he sits on.
He has just
How do you sit with on the same chair with your father-in-law? Anyway, that is
I grew up in a home where there was no chair for my dad. And now I'm getting married to a place where there's a chair for
a designated chair.
So I'm wondering. Okay.
Anakaa kwa mlango akiangalia.
So those are some of the challenges that I have faced in a cross-cultural marriages. Among others, there are many, but that's
you did not mention another cultural practice that when the baby came, the baby was to be taken to the village for shaving.
Waluya, what is your problem? And now we carry the baby, we take them to the village to be shaved, surely. It is a cultural challenge that we go and take the baby to be shaved. Even the naming of the baby. Our babies needed to be there. There's a structure of naming children when they have been born. You are named. Is it named after somebody?
You like Rashad was supposed to be named after my uncle who had passed on a few.
Why not after your dad?
No, my dad. Name comes
you don't
in.
Name firstborn your dad.
No, you name in order of
death.
Not really, but they look at who most likely resembles the baby, and really it's a preference. Like it's a way of remembering those who have gone, who have died, but not with me. I refuse. Mimi ni mwacha mila on that aspect. Yes.
This video is going to be
a long one.
A long one, yeah.
Number 1, cultural challenge that I met. Stereotype. Ati, you call them nyamu siolo or something. There is a name that Kambas call Luyas. Namuisiolo.
But that is not negative. It's not stereotype.
What is Namu?
Namuisiolo.
Wanyama?
Waju. But it's not from a negative perspective. Don't interpret.
You cannot call people wanyama and explain it away that it is not negative.
You know it is not negative.
Anyway.
Depending on how you pronounce it.
So that was on a light note. The first one is actually food. Luyas and food. Mark you, number 1. Even though growing up, I was not allowed as a man to be in the kitchen, but at some point I had to learn how to cook. So now getting into marriage, the Luya man behind my brain knows that the woman of God will be cooking the food that the man of God should eat. Then I'm given snacks. Day 1, Day 2, snacks. Let me explain which snacks. Rice almost every day. What's happening?
But white rice, vegetable. Today white rice, tomorrow vegetable rice. The other day pilau. What is the problem? It's cooked differently with different things.
Give it whatever names that you may want to give it. It is rice. And that is a snack. We eat it like during lunchtime in preparation for the real thing, ugali, in the evening. So I'm given rice and I'm wondering, all right. And then the other alternative for rice was now modokoi. I struggled with that thing for a long time. Na ikaletwa ni kama ikakuwa stocked in the house like wow. Kwa fridge ikaja. I'm thinking, I'm tired of this thing. At some point I actually stopped eating that thing. Nowadays I think I have improved a lot. I cook it. So I'm adjusting as well. So food was we were east-west. The other thing is again, relationship. How do you relate to your in-laws? Where I come from, just as she's explained, you can hardly actually even interact with your mother-in-law. Specifically, for her, it's father-in-law. For me, it's mother-in-law. So now I meet her mother and she's
hugging him.
She's very excited. I'm wondering, hey mama, what is wrong with you? It's not supposed to be that way. So she's giving me stories and by the way, even up to date, I must say that it's something that I am still growing to accept and really adjust to. I visit my mother-in-law and she has all these stories. She's talking and telling me things. Now, most of the time I'll be quiet. Not because I don't know what to say or I don't want to talk, but somehow the orientation just tells you, no, mother-in-law, there is a distance even in terms of speaking that we must maintain. So that relationship was quite a challenge for me. Not necessarily a challenge, but kind of new. You it's not what you expect. It's not what you know. And it becomes...
Is it was or is?
Yes.
Continues to be.
Yes, it is. It is. But I'm adjusting. Nowadays, I can go and ask questions and initiate a small story and then reset into the default setting. Then we keep quiet. Language is not a big one for me. For some reasons, I tend to learn other people's languages. Anywhere I go, I try to get a few words that I can be able to connect. I think I know more Kikamba than she knows Luya.
No, I know Luya, but I don't know your Luya. I know the Luya for Maragol.
But any Luya
these ones cannot gossip me. I can hear. Because I think where we lived in our plot in Kibera, we had a mother there who used to, we were beaten by any older person was your parent. Yeah. So I know, I have friends who speak Luya and I understand theirs. Me, I don't understand yours.
Now, if you
because
speak,
of that,
do you speak?
I don't speak.
Me, I can speak more Kikamba than you.
But you are living in Ukambani anyway.
The issue is not even living in Ukambani. I mean, there are people who can live in a place and never... I think it's also an issue of interest and desire to get to learn things from a different perspective than your own. So that is it. Those are how many now? 3. So you're Metosha.
Yeah. So those are some of the challenges of cross-cultural marriage or intertribal. Ataki to say intertribal, but me I'm saying intertribal marriage. Those are some of the challenges that if you intend to get married to somebody of the opposite tribe, of the other tribe, some of the things that you would actually expect. Their food, there are many. Of course, their food is different, their language is different, the stereotypes and so on and so forth. So those are some of the challenges that you would expect. In our next video, we will be talking about how thriving in a cross-cultural marriage. But for now, here at Tsalwas, we say goodbye. Have a blessed year.